Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. I, 17F, saw my best friend's dad, 30SM, with a girl, 18F, who has been saying she's had a crush on him since she was 12. Should I tell my best friend what I saw or keep my mouth shut? Hey everyone. So my best friend's name is Alex, we're both 17F. When we were younger, 11-12ish, we had this friend named Lauren. Alex has a really big house and a lot of cool stuff, so about every week we would have a sleepover in her den. It would be me and her, Lauren, and a few other girls. Lauren started saying that she had a crush on Alex's dad, which we all thought was weird but just kinda ignored. Then it got weirder and she was saying that she wanted to have kids with him and everything, so Alex finally talked to her and told her she thought the whole thing was weird, and if she kept saying stuff like that she wasn't going to be able to come to her house anymore. Lauren stopped and everything was fine for a while, but then we just sort of naturally grew apart from Lauren. We were still friends with her and everything, but she didn't really come over or anything. She'd still talk about Alex's dad, though, just not directly to Alex. At one point she said she had given him a BLW job, but he wasn't even in the country when she said it had happened. He had been on vacation with Alex and her sisters. Anyway, yesterday my brother and I went to the mall kind of far away, and I saw Lauren and Alex's dad, and they were clearly together and were acting like really affectionate and everything. My brother told me that we need to keep our mouths shut about this because it's none of our business, but I really don't see how I can't tell Alex about this. Even though I know she's going to tell her mom if I tell her, but shouldn't her mom know? I feel like I'm betraying Alex if I don't tell her, and if she finds out I knew without telling her, it would end our friendship. Edit to answer: yes, he's still married to Alex's mom, and no, he's not exactly 30. I said 30s BC. I don't know exactly how old he is. My dad is 43 and I know her dad is a little younger. I have a pic of Alex's dad and Lauren together. If it was my close friend personally, I'd say something. But there again, I would have also approached them in the mall and said hi, smiley face. Me too. With video recording. Haha, YFB live, hand over mouth. That's what I thought too. They are bold enough to be walking around the mall, they obviously don't care about being seen. It was a mall pretty far away. My brother wanted something special card or something, so we traveled, which is why I guess they were safe there. I, 17F, saw my best friend's dad, 30SM, with a girl, 18F, who has been saying she's had a crush on him since she was 12. Should I tell my best friend what I saw or keep my mouth shut? Update. Hi everyone, this is my first post. Sorry about the long update time, it's been a little crazy. I told Alex last Friday after school and showed her the picture. She immediately wanted to find Lauren and confront her, but once she calmed down we decided we should go to Alex's mom first. Alex's mom is a really calm lady, but when we went and told her mom what I'd seen and I showed her the picture, she was like, that son of a bitch. That son of a bitch. And started getting really upset. Apparently Alex's dad had cheated on his mom before, and the girls he's been showing interest in have been getting like, younger and younger. So she's had suspicions for a while. At this point I'd left, but the rest I know from what Alex told me and her mom has told my mom. I told my mom about this whole situation like right after I posted here. So Alex's mom calls her dad and was like, you need to come home now. So she confronted him about it and told him one of your daughter's friends saw you out with another woman, and get this, Alex's dad thought it was Lauren. WHO had confronted her as a way to blow up his spot, I guess, and cause trouble in his marriage. So he immediately is like, you know that girl, Lauren, has been causing issues for years, she's a liar. This is why we banned her from our house and stuff like that, and he kept denying it, and even when Alex's mom told him it wasn't Lauren who told her, he was still denying, so she showed him the picture and he flipped out, and Alex called me crying and I could hear her parents screaming at each other, so she came to stay with us. So according to my mom, Alex's mom kicked her dad out and said it was over. He was never seeing the kids again, she was going to call the cops. So he starts calling Alex and she answers once and is like, don't ducking ever call me again, and then sets him on D&D. Alex's mom called Lauren's mom and Lauren's mom also flipped out. She had her suspicions something had been going on with Lauren, but Lauren was being super secretive and her mom wasn't able to put it together until Alex's mom called her and told her literally everything we had told her, including all of the stuff Lauren had said when we were younger. I guess Alex's mom told her to look for notebooks or texts from a while ago and talk to Lauren to see if they can find anything that would show him and Lauren had a relationship before she was 18. Lauren hasn't been in school since, but she sent both me and Alex nasty messages on WhatsApp saying that we were bitches and that Alex is going to end up a fat CNT like her mom. Her mom is gorgeous and so is Alex, and basically telling me that since I outed her relationship with Alex's dad, she grossly called him by his first name. I'd so weird. She was going to out me and Alex as lesbians, she actually called us gigantic lesbians, smiley face, but whatever, we're not getting mad at her BC, it sounds like some pretty messed up stuff might have happened to her, so even though I have my personal opinion about her right now, I really don't understand that much about psychology or anything, so I just really hope she gets help if she needs it. Alex and her mom are both doing as well as can be expected, I guess. Alex's mom got a lawyer and a therapist for Alex. Everyone at school knows what's going on and it's weird for her. She's still going though and not pretending like nothing is happening, like she's talking to people about it if they ask her, so that helps. A few people are talking trash about Lauren, but mostly everyone agrees that Alex's dad is the biggest / mostly only piece of shit here. So that's the update. Alex's dad is kicked out. If they find proof he did stuff with Lauren before she was 18, or if she speaks up, they're going to go to the cops. I know Alex's mom already called the local department and told them her suspicions. Thanks for all the comments. My brother still thinks I should have kept my mouth shut, rolling eyes face. Ultimately I'm happy I told Alex. Obviously not that this blew up the way it did, but that everything is out in the open now and everyone can start getting the help they need. Editing to add, I also think my brother doesn't think I should have told, because where we saw Alex's dad and Lauren was a mall pretty far away, and my brother and I weren't technically supposed to drive that far from home, so we got in a bit of trouble for that, lol. Her mom did the right thing getting in contact with the other girl's mother and not defending her husband, like some people tend to do. Literally, this girl was a child in and out of their home who he not only cheated on his wife with but took advantage of her authoritative figure relationship at a minimum, if not worse. So, one thing I noticed here is how you and your friend are really aware of Lauren's youth and how she probably shouldn't be totally blamed because stuff happened to her, etc., etc. Also, that your friend is willing to talk about this in public. I mean, this has got to be one of the healthiest and forward-moving attitudes to what is legit, a really ducked-up situation. You and Alex seem like you've got a good depth of understanding about emotional intelligence, healing, etc., and Alex's mom seems really strong and also emotionally aware. I wish your friend the best going forward. How horrible to learn that your dad is, well, that guy. Agreed. Lauren will look back at this in a decade's time and realize she was preyed upon. That will be a lot to unpack. Teenagers aren't exactly paragons of emotional intelligence, heck, many adults aren't, lol, but you've been able to sort through some pretty complicated emotions very adeptly and you sound like an awesome friend. Proud of you, Op. Yes, Op, exactly this. You sound like a really compassionate and intelligent person and you absolutely did the right thing. No one should be put in such a position, but you handled it absolutely perfectly. Someday Lauren is going to realize that you helped save her from an extremely harmful situation. You did really awesome here, and I hope your mom has told you how proud she is of how you handled this. I'm most impressed by your compassion for Lauren. You're right to give her some leeway. She was groomed and manipulated, and it's going to take time and therapy for her to put the blame where it belongs. Crazy story. You did the right thing. Especially for taking it easy on Lauren. Definitely don't let her off the hook for being rude to you and Alex, but be empathetic to her. I also enjoyed reading it. Reminds me of my niece telling me something crazy that happened. And then this, and then the whole world flipped upside down. This type of shit seems to be becoming the norm nowadays. Sees it all the time now. I'm 18, 19, 20 dating someone who's 35, 40, 45. It's like, did you even try and give life a chance? There is an old Chris Rock joke about the minimum wage. It's your boss telling you I'd pay you less, but it's illegal. Well, a 40-year-old dating an 18-year-old. Men having midlife crises which lead to an affair with a much younger woman has been a dime a dozen story for decades. I have two uncles who left their wives at 40 for 20-year-olds, and that was 15 years ago. But that ain't even happening like that anymore either, or well, not the way I'm seeing it. You almost expect that some type of grooming was going on prior to them dating. I've seen it myself. This miss had a guy around who was like 30 to 31 and like she was only 17 at the time, but they hung out and worked together, so her mom just thought they were work buddies until she turned 18 and ducked off halfway across the country with his kid on the way. Gigantic lesbians? Smiley face, what an idiot. You did what you had to do. The dad is a pedophile. This girl needs therapy. She really sees nothing wrong with the situation, and it's sad and scary. Man, I feel for Lauren in all this. Sounds like she's been groomed for quite some time. Skeptical. PS WTF, your brother is a C if he wanted to cover that up. It's reassuring to see that everyone involved is treating Lauren as a victim, given the extreme likelihood of grooming. That's such a realistic attitude to have, even if she's currently of age, and being a bit vindictive about the exposure. I'm glad Alex's mom is finally done with his shit, and I really do hope your friend gets through this. Having a chaotic home is bad enough. Hopefully the kids at your school redirect their anger at the true culprit, and not his kid. You're a good friend. The fact that he instantly threw his affair partner under the bus in the way he did, really does solidify how much of a pos he ended up being. I hope they managed to find something incriminating, but they probably won't if he was smart enough to wait the few years he did until she was of age. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.